The story begins on another planet, where the rule is that if you don't kill those weaker than you, they will kill you. On this same planet, we are shown an alien named Dek who goes to meet his brother. His brother is a great warrior, which is why he has a mask on his face, while Dek does not have a mask. To get this mask, he has to convince his group, his family, that he is also a great warrior, that he is like the others. But the truth is that Dek's body, his physique, is weaker than other aliens, and he is also missing a tooth. Dek is very kind-hearted, whereas every other alien on this planet is very cruel. And now when Dek reaches his brother, they both attack each other. Actually, Dek wants to convince his group that he is like the other aliens. His brother is attacking him so that he can get ready for his next hunt. But his brother is very brave. He is also bigger in size than him, so he easily defeats Dek. Until Dek receives the title of a great warrior, he won't get a mask. And until he gets the mask, he won't get a place in his group, nor will he get the power of invisibility. After being defeated by his brother takes him to his spaceship, where there are many modern weapons. His brother says that you will have to prove yourself. Only then can you become a part of the group. Dek decides that he will go to the Death Planet and hunt a very large creature named Kalis, after which he will get a place in the group. But it is such a dangerous and powerful creature that even his father is afraid of it. That's why his brother says that you shouldn't go there. You will never come back alive from there. But now Dek has decided that he will go to the Death Planet at any cost and make the Kalisk his prey. And now Dek's father also arrives, who asks his elder son why he hasn't killed Dek yet. Dek is very weak. He can never be a part of our group. Dek's father takes him prisoner, but his older brother says that we should give him a chance, but Dek's father is not ready for this. And now, Dek's brother attacks his own father to stop him. His father cuts off one of his hands. Dek's brother frees Dek and tells him to go inside the ship. Dek goes inside the ship, and at that very moment, Dek's brother launches the spaceship for the Death Planet. And when his spaceship takes off, Dek sees that his father has killed his own elder son. His mistake was that he didn't obey his father's order, who is the leader of the group. Dek is broken by his brother's death. Soon, his spaceship reaches the orbit where the Death Planet is. His spaceship is crashing on that planet, so he ejects his seat from his spaceship. Dek is lucky that he survived even after the crash landed. He has a lot of weapons. And now he is in the jungle where there are big trees all around, which attack Dek. In fact, the trees here prey on other animals and creatures. The vines of those trees pull Dek's weapons towards them, but Dek has his sword, with which he cuts many of the trees' vines. But he is still being continuously attacked. To save his life, Dek climbs onto a rock where the trees' vines cannot reach. Dek is badly injured. He tends to his wounds, after which he starts moving forward. He comes across a meadow with strange-looking flowers. And as soon as he tries to get closer to them, they change their form and become even more ferocious. Dek is moving forward very cautiously. Just then, he hears the voice of a girl who has been tied up there. Dek goes to her. She asks Dek who he is and why he has come here. Dek tells her his name and says that he has come here to hunt the Kalis. She tells him this jungle, this planet, is deadly. Death waits at every turn. This jungle will swallow you before you reach the Kalis. But I can help you with that. In return, you will have to help me too. Dek refuses. He says that he is a warrior, and warriors are those who don't take anyone's help. In fact, these aliens are called warriors. Just then, a plane attacks him, causing him to fall. And now he throws a weapon towards Thia, which sets Thia free. Here, we find out that Thia is not a human, but a robot created by the Weyland-Yutani Corporation. Weyland is the same company that sent the entire project to another planet in the movie Prometheus, the company that created the android robot named David. The same company created Thia, who was sent to this planet 2 years ago, and she has been stuck on this planet for the past 2 years, which is very dangerous. After this, a flying dragon attacks Dek. But before it could harm Dek, Thia attacks and kills it, and in this way, she saves Dek's life. Thia tells him that humans came here, but they couldn't survive. They created me. Many people from your group have come here before you, but no one survived. I can take you to Kalis, whom you have come this far to hunt, but in return, you will have to take me with you. Here, Dek's navigation device is also broken, which is why he decides that he will take Thia with him. After which, he picks up Thia and continues on his journey. On the way, Thia asks him many questions. In fact, she wants to talk to him, but he doesn't answer any of Thia's questions. Moving forward, they reach a narrow stream where there are very dangerous fish. But Thia knows how they can be controlled, and now they move forward. After which, Dek cuts some vines from the trees and ties Thia to his body. Moving forward, they stop at a place where Thia explains that she came here with her sister. She was a robot, like me, but we are different. Unlike other robots, we have feelings and understand. 2 years ago, when we came here, we set up our camp. We used to go out every day to explore things on the planet. And one day, Kalisk attacked us, after which I was separated from my sister forever. I am completely sure that she is still alive. Meanwhile, we are shown her sister, who had returned to her base camp, and now after being repaired, she is given another task, in which she has to recover a bioweapon named Specimen XX0522. This robot's name is Tessa. Tessa finds out that her sister Thia is not with her. Meanwhile, Dek is shown continuously moving forward with Thia. Just then, he sees a very large animal eating grass in the meadow, and this grass is thorny. It's not that easy to touch or cross it. Just then, a small creature from this planet arrives who wants to help Dek, but then that big animal sees them. It attacks them, but Dek kills it with a single blow from his weapon. The small, native, monkey-like creature is stunned by what it sees. But before these two can leave from here, a large tentacled creature living in the trees grabs both of them with a tentacle and lifts them up. It is about to put both of them into its jaws when the small creature distracts the large creature, after which it goes after it. And now Dek wants to help it, so he cuts down a very large tree. And he goes over to that large tentacled creature and kills it with his weapon, which saves the life of the small creature that had saved both of them. He also joins the creature now at night. They are all sitting together in one place where Thia names the small creature Bird. She also says that the three of us can become a good team. Here, Dek is very happy because he has killed very large creatures. Although he doesn't talk to anyone and doesn't answer anyone's questions, he thanks Bird because Bird had saved his life. He also tells them about himself, saying that I don't have a group. To join a group, I have to prove myself a brave warrior. My older brother was killed by my own father because he didn't follow his orders. Thia's sister, Tessa. They have dangerous weapons, using which they continuously move forward and reach the place where Dek's spaceship had crashed, in which Dek was injured. Traces of his blood are also there. From this, Tessa understands that there is a warrior alien here who is still alive. In fact, she is also looking for her sister Thia. On the other hand, we are shown Thia, Dek, and Bird, who get ready to set out on their journey the next morning. But now Dek doesn't want to take Bird with him. Thia says that he should come with us. But Dek says that I am a warrior alien, and according to our rules, we never take anyone with us on a hunt. We hunt on our own, alone. After this, Dek and Thia move on from here. On the way, they stop near a waterfall, where Thia tells Dek that your father should not have killed your older brother. Dek explains that he is the leader of our group, and because my brother didn't follow his orders, according to him, he was weak, and weak people are killed where we come from.
Thia tells Dek that there are wolves on Earth, and their leader is called the Alpha, who is the most powerful. But its most important job is to protect its entire pack, including the wolves that are weak. Being a leader doesn't mean killing the weak. Rather, it means protecting the weak. But Dek doesn't understand this because such rules are not implemented on his planet.
Now both of them move on from here and reach the place where Kalisk lives. Here are the dead bodies of all of Thia's companions, because this is the same place where Kalisk attacked all of them. Thia also finds her legs here, which she attaches to her body, meaning she can walk on her own feet. Meanwhile, Dek looks at the sky and says that today I will kill Kalisk, after which I will become a warrior of my group, my clan. But Thia tells him that you have to get out of here because I have informed my sister Tiza. Soon she will arrive here with her remaining companions. You have to get out of here. Thia also tells him that the Wayland Company, which created us, had a mission to capture Kalisk, and now to complete that same mission, Tiza is about to arrive here. She is a very dangerous warrior. Hearing all this makes Dek very angry. He feels that these people are stealing his prey. That's why he moves on from here. He finds gasoline there, with which he sets this place on fire, and after setting the fire, Kalisk arrives, which is very huge and very terrifying. A fight breaks out between the two. Dek cuts off some of Kalisk's parts with his sword, but Kalisk has the power that its body parts regenerate on their own. And now Kalisk throws Dek away from itself here. He falls on the machine that Thia was using to attach her legs to her body. Once again, her legs get stuck under the machine. And now Kalisk arrives there and breaks Dek's sword. But Dek doesn't want to give up. He severs its neck with his knife. But killing Kalisk is not that easy. It comes back to life once again. And now Tessa has also arrived here, who throws a bomb at them, which freezes both of them.
Tessa and Thia look identical, and now Tessa tries scanning Dek's mind, but she can't read his mind to know his motive. She just says now that you will work for us. Hearing this makes Dek very angry, while she revives Thia once again, and tells her that along with Kalisk, we also have an alien, and it is none other than her friend, Dek. She tells Tessa to free Dek, but she doesn't do so and injects a chemical into Dek's brain. Actually, she wants to experiment on Dek. Although this is not part of the mission, she doesn't listen to Thia. Thia is very saddened to see what is happening to Dek. That's why she makes Dek run away from here. Dek manages to escape from here by jumping into the water. He goes straight to his brother's spaceship, where he first heals his wounds. Inside the spaceship is also his brother's mask, which he now wears. However, he has the option to save his life and escape from here forever in the spaceship, but he doesn't do that. He wants to save Thia here. He knows that Thia helped him, and now her own companions are his enemies. He makes very modern weapons for himself from the resources of this planet, and he goes to the place where Kalisk's footprint is. Bird is sitting inside its footprint. Seeing this, he understands that Bird is Kalisk's son. That's why he takes Bird with him and reaches the place where Thia has been held captive. First, they activate Thia's robotic legs, which distracts the security there. They attack them and kill a lot of the security personnel. And now they deliver Thia's legs to her. Thia's legs are connected to her body. Thia says, "We have to get out of here." Dek tells him that Kalisk is Bird's mom, and he has come here to get his mom. Thia says that Tessa is preparing to send it to her. In the next 20 minutes, she will send it towards Earth. We have to stop her. A lot of androids arrive here who want to kill Dek. Dek is quietly planning his attack, and when everyone comes near him, Dek finishes them all off in one go. But now Tessa arrives here, wearing a very large robotic suit, and she attacks Dek. Meanwhile, Thea reaches the place where Kalisk is being held captive inside a container. She tries to open the lock with her retinal scan, but the lock doesn't open. Just then, an android security guard arrives and sees Thea. But Thea pretends to be Tessa here, and as soon as she gets a chance, she knocks her out. After which, she opens the lock with her retinal scan, and now Kalisk is free. She has reached the place where Tessa is attacking Dek while sitting inside a very large robot. Kalisk attacks Tessa, but she is inside a robot that she cannot break. Dek helps her with this. And when the armor breaks, Kalisk swallows her, after which her son Bird, Dek, and Thea appear before Kalisk. She is very happy to see her son, but then she starts to feel something inside her. Actually, Tessa is inside her, who blasts her way out. Kalisk is dead. This greatly saddens her son, Bird, and now she tells Thea that there is only one punishment for betrayal, and that is death. But before she could kill Thea, Dek attacks her from behind with a sword. And Bird separates her head from her body, which finishes Tessa off. The three of them have become a clan, a group.
After some time, we are shown that Dek has returned to his planet. His father is in front of him. Dek throws Tessa's head in front of them and says that I have finished my hunt. His father says that you are no longer a part of this clan, this group. He sends two of his companions to kill him, but Dek kills them both in a single blow. And now his own father attacks him. But this is not the old Dek. He has become a warrior. He gives a fitting reply to every blow from his father, who is the greatest warrior of the entire clan, and when his father feels that he can no longer win against him. So they use their power of invisibility. Dek knew this would happen. He had prepared for it in advance. He throws sand on them from the spaceship so he can see his father's movements. And taking advantage of this, he cuts off one of his father's hands and imprisons him in one place. His father says that you are a greater warrior than your brother. You can become a part of our group, that is, our clan. He says that I already have a clan of my own. And just then, Bird arrives and eats his father's head. Actually, Dek had come here to take revenge on his father for his brother's death, which he has now taken. After this, he fits the device that allows him to become invisible into his gadget. Thea is also with them here. All three of them are a clan. Bird has also grown much larger in size than before. Here, all of Dek's father's companions are angry with them. And just then, a very large spaceship appears in front of them. Dek reveals that his mom is inside the spaceship. And with that, this story ends here. We hope you enjoyed this story.